Whew. All right, I have actually done this video a couple times now, but I'm going to try it one more time. And hopefully this one will record with sound. We have this circle, and we're going to work through and just explore the circle. And if we remember, the circle is a set of points in a plane that are a fixed distance, and that distance we call the radius, all right, from a given point called the center. All right. So down here we have the center, which we've called HK, just some arbitrary point up here that's XY. It could be any of these points and they'd all be XY. We specifically chose this point so we could form ourselves a right triangle. And in case you don't remember, we have a formula already for a right triangle, finding a distance, which is a squared plus b squared equals my hypotenuse squared, right? AB hypotenuse. And we're going to relate the formula to a circle to this right here. So, all right, we're going to identify the sides and look at C, A, and P. And we're going to kind of find the side lengths. So this side length of CA, or AC in this case, is going to be represented by a distance. Well, if you notice up here, I haven't gone up or down between these 2 points. My K value has stayed the same, right? I have not changed my Y. So in this case, Y is K, Y is K. What I have done is I've changed my distance horizontally. And we're going to just subtract them to find out the difference between those points to get the distance. So this distance is really x minus h. Likewise, for this line over here, AP, your distance, you notice your x values are the same, so the only changes in my y is going to be y minus k. And this CP, we're just going to call r. That's our radius. So if we compare that to the legs of a triangle that we were doing, so if I was doing Pythagorean, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, my a is now turned into x minus h. My b is now turned into y minus k. And my c is now the radius, and that is our formula. All right. If you don't get it, it'd be a good idea to look at these videos more than once. All right. And we're going to go ahead and write that formula up here as well. So that's the next page. We're going to go x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Well, let's go ahead and keep going. All right. Applying that formula twice isn't too difficult either. All right. So all this is saying is, if we know these, my center of my circle is going to be the opposite of this and the opposite of that, right? And then my radius is just going to be r, all right? So let's go ahead and take the center and apply it back in. Let's go, hey, it's going to be the opposite of that. So x minus negative 3, the opposite is going to be plus 3, right? Y minus 2 squared, and then we've got our radius squared, which we're going to write 16. And that's really just how simple it is to apply. You just plug those into this formula. So let's try it again down here. So I'm going to say x minus negative 4, which is going to be x plus 4, plus y minus negative 3, which is going to be y plus 3, and my radius, but oh my goodness, this one doesn't give us our radius, so we're going to have to solve for the radius. All right, when they don't give you a radius, they just give you a point. You just plug that point in. So for my x value, I'm going to plug in 2. And there's my y value. I'm going to plug in 5. I'm going to solve for the radius. All right, so this would be 6 squared plus 8 squared equals my radius squared. And this is kind of a 3, 4, 5 triangle. All right, so we got a 36 plus 64 equals r squared, which gives me 100 equals r squared. I could say the radius equals 10, but we really plug r squared into the formula anyway. So our answer is x plus 4 squared plus y plus 3 squared, and we know our radius squared right down here is 100, and I'm going to circle it. All right, so try these guys down here. I'm going to highlight C and D. We're done with pages 1 and 2. And I'll get back to you with page 3.